Good morning once again. Welcome back to our class. What if I teach you like this? Today, we talk about listening and nonverbal communications. Brace yourselves as I'm going to deliver your lesson or our lesson like this for 15 minutes. So, do not be mistaken with my emotion because be used to this. I'll be teaching you like this. But of course, I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. But what if I teach you like that? What will be your feeling? This gives you a hint of what we're going to talk about today. Because today, we're going to talk about listening and nonverbal communication. What happens when we listen, or what happens when our audience listen to us with our nonverbal communication? Would you mind listening to a person like with the emotion like what I have let you view a while ago? Just what is listening? Let's take a look of what is listening. So, listening of course involves your ear, but that does mean you only have 2 ears. So here's the process of listening. First one, when you hear the information, you perceive the information. So there is perception of the heard information or the listened to information. And then it's followed up by interpretation. So based on your experience, you're going to mix your experience to what you have heard, and then that is interpretation. You're interpreting. And then it's followed by evaluation. You evaluate. Have I heard it right? Or is what I heard right? So you evaluate. And then of course you take action. So these are the 4 listening processes. You have perception first, and then you interpret what you have perceived, and then you have evaluated, and then that will cause you to act. But of course, this is not always successful, as there are some barriers to listening. And we have 2 types. We have mental barrier and the physical barrier. What are those? Example of mental barriers are first, inattention. For example, you have just had a quarrel with your boyfriend or girlfriend or your mother or whoever is in your house, and you cannot attend to what you are listening. Like, I don't know if you are listening right now, or if you're attentive really to what I'm saying here, or you are inattentive. You have a mental barrier if that is the case. Second one, prejudgment. Yung sinasabi mo, alam ko na yan. Or, we have already talked about that. Paulit-ulit na lang. You are prejudging the information that is delivered to you by the speaker. Next is, we have frame of reference. Yung you are not sure if the speaker is talking about this person or that person, or lahok-lahok na. Hindi mo maintindihan kung ano yung what's the point of reference. And then, of course, mental barrier is affected by closed-mindedness. You have already closed your mind. And then, we have pseudo-listening. From the word pseudo-listening is pretentious listening. You pretend to listen, but in actual, you're not really listening. Raise the hands of those who are guilty of this. And then, of course, we also have physical barriers and other barriers. Example is hearing impairment. Of course, one who has a hearing impairment is hard up in listening. We all know that. And then noisy surroundings. Whenever you are in a noisy surrounding, I bet if you can listen very well to what the speaker is saying. Example, when you are watching this video and the surrounding, your background is noisy, for sure you'll not be able to put attention to what we are talking about. And then, of course, the speaker's appearance. If I appear to you, if I record my video here, with my towel still on my hair, on my head rather, or for example, I'm still on my nighties, you will be disturbed for sure. So, speaker's appearance. And then the speaker's mannerisms. We all know what mannerisms are. Sometimes there are some mannerisms of speakers which they do not know. For example, they always flip their hair like this, or they always scrub whatever part of their body, or other mannerisms. And then, so those are the mental and physical barriers. So listening entails your whole being. Let's talk in the next video. We will be talking about what really listening is. So study this video, and then after this, hop on the next. Happy learning!